I'm Jenny. Welcome to my channel. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for spending some time with me today. So today I want to show you some of the things that I have upcycled, some of the clothing. A few weeks ago I did a haul from thrifting where I showed a whole bunch of clothes that I had purchased, and some of those I've given away. Many of those I have cut up and taken the material apart for the lace and things. And then some of those I put in my closet because I like them just the way they are. And a few of them are in line to be upcycled. But I want to show you some of the stuff I've already done. First, I want to give a shout out to T. Myers Handmade. Her channel, T. Myers Handmade, and I'll link it below, has inspired me to do a lot of this stuff. I've done some in the past, but I lacked confidence. And watching her do it has given me a lot more confidence, and I am a lot more willing to try things and you know, throw something out there and see how it looks and play with it until I like it. So I just want to give her a big shout out because I really appreciate all of her inspiration and her guidance. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to show you several things that I have made for my daughter. I guess I could start with what I'm wearing. This is one of the first things that I made after watching T. Myers. Her name is Tammy Myers. And this has a sheet. I bought these jeans. I thrifted these jeans for like $3. They were a little snug. I bought them a little small because I knew I was going to add some fabric to them. So I added it all the way up to the waistband to give them a little more, just a little more space. They weren't so tight that I couldn't get them on. They were just snug, like I wouldn't want to wear them. I like them a little looser. So I added this panel down the side. This is a sheet that I thrifted. It also has some appliques I've cut out from the sheet. Here's some flowers and some cats from a piece of fabric that I did purchase. And then of course all of the little ratty-tatty. This has pieces of the sheet behind it and things, you know, torn up on the jeans. So it all looks very kind of, you know, rustic and boho. It's got all the seams on the outside. I'll turn around so you can see there's stuff on the back as well. So I love these jeans. These are a lot of fun. And believe it or not, putting that fabric in and kind of loosening them up and taking some of the denim out there made them much cooler to wear. And here in the Arizona summer, that's a good thing. Okay, so I made a few things for my daughter. One of the things I thrifted on that last haul was a cropped flannel shirt that I showed you. So I splashed it with bleach to get some interesting colors and splashes. And then I appliqued a kitty cat that I cut out from the same fabric that's on my jeans on the back. And then I took a piece of lace that I had cut up from a tablecloth I thrifted and just sewed a heart on. So gave her a little kitty cat and a heart there. I also thrifted 2 pairs of jeans for my daughter in that haul. And this is one of them. I used a different tablecloth and I created kind of boho lace jeans. So I cut the jeans so they were the length of long shorts. So these, you know, these have a pretty good inseam on them. They're just longer shorts length. And then I added the lace to the leg. I just you know, pleated it on. I added some appliques. These came off of like a denim house dress that my mother-in-law gave me. These were decorated on there, so these came off of that. And then on the back, I stitched on a pocket on her pocket. I had done a patch where I used a piece of leftover denim and a piece of just leftovers. And I kind of slow stitched some stuff, and then I just did some kind of hodgepodge things around it just because I thought it was cute. So that red kind of just ties in with the cherries on her jeans. So as many of you know, my daughter lives in Nashville, so it's a little cooler there. And she's a musician, so she needs some funky musician clothes, I think. Here's another pair of jeans. These were also thrifted for $1. These are actually, you know, not your daughter's jeans kind of jeans, so they're expensive denim. I got these for $1 at Salvation Army. I did something similar for her that I did on mine, but I didn't take it all the way up to the waistband, because I think these are going to fit her. So I just took it up to where the pocket is. This again is a sheet. Actually, I think this was a duvet cover, which is really basically 2 sheets, right? So on one side of the duvet cover was this pink print, floral print, and on the other side was a stripe. So I alternated the stripes in patches, so they're vertical, horizontal, vertical, and then horizontal at the bottom. So at the bottom, they're going different ways because they go with what's on underneath the patches. Then I just cut out some hearts and little kitty cats from some fabric I bought. You know, and the thing about doing this, if you're going to do appliques, fabric is expensive, but you only need like 1/4 yard, half a yard maybe, to get tons and tons of the print. So those are going to my daughter this week. I've been kind of putting it off. I told her I'd send them, and then I kind of got bogged down making some other stuff. So let me show you the other thing I made for her. So this is a little angel kitty that is stuffed, and so she can sit on a shelf. And this is done from some of that same fabric. You can see I used the stripe here. The wings are the same fabric that I used on her jeans along with the stripe. This is just leftover scraps. The body is made from the same sheet that is on my jeans. There's just some little denim pieces. And then I just sewed pieces of lace over some of that stuff, and then I sewed it all together and stuffed it. So I designed this. I gave the little kitty butterfly wings, and I just designed this as a cute little something to send to her, you know, mom loves you kind of thing. You know, so there's some little lace here, and then buttons for the eyes, just mismatched. You know, and so my thing is you know, she's a little frayed and fabulous, right? Like us, or like me anyway. Maybe not everybody. I won't speak for everybody else, but like me, a little frayed and fabulous. This is one of the things I did several years ago that kind of got me started on some of this. I bought a flannel shirt, and I really liked the applique on the sleeves, so I didn't want to really do anything. I didn't want to take the sleeves off. So I just dipped it in bleach, and it was really just a matter of kind of, you know, dipping it and kind of letting it sit in some bleach and putting it on a rack and holding it so that it wouldn't fall the rest of the way in. There's nothing on the back, but now that I've started doing some other stuff, I'm thinking I'm going to go in and maybe put something on the back here. I'm thinking a big flower, or maybe a cat, maybe something like that, maybe another kitty. This one is a shirt, another one that I thrifted. It has a little velvet collar. I need to straighten out the collar a little bit. It has a little wire in the collar, which means you can shape it, which is nice. So this one, I cut the sleeves off, but I did a stay stitch. So even though it's fraying, this just came out of the dryer a little while ago. Even though it's fraying, it's not going to go past that because I did a stay stitch where I cut it off. This just has little patches on it. And this one was definitely inspired by Tammy Myers. It just has little patches where I just sewed random pieces of fabric to pieces of denim, which I then sewed onto here. Obviously, I had splashed this with bleach as well. And then on the back, I designed a kitty cat. You guys might remember a couple months ago, maybe longer, I made some kitty cat paper dolls. And I said, you know, I had seen some fabric dolls and I wanted to do kind of that ratty-tatty doll look. So I made some kitty cat paper dolls, and I used one of those as inspiration for this. And then I used this as inspiration for the kitty cat doll that I actually made. So again, this is just made from fabric scraps, all sewn on, and buttons. I did a little embroidery just to give him a little face. This one is another shirt that I cut apart. I cut the collar off. I cut the arms off. It's a little big on me, so I really need to go in and add a couple of darts because cutting the sleeves, sometimes when you take the sleeves and the collar off, you lose some of the structure. So this one is pretty boxy right now, but I think just a couple little darts. I'm just going to take it in maybe and just take in the side a little bit. But this was a denim shirt, and you can see I cut it higher in the front and lower in back for a nice kind of interesting vest. I added some lace that I cut off of a tablecloth. This is the same sheet that's on the jeans that I'm wearing. I just cut out some of the design and appliqued it on. And then on the back, this is a piece of linen that I bought at Goodwill. I found, oh gosh, I don't know, 4 or 5. Like somebody had practiced in their embroidery, like they were learning maybe to embroider. And so there were several animals and things, so I bought those and I just cut it around the linen and appliqued it on. There's just some lace added around the edge. A lot of this is cut off of things. This was cut off of a shirt. So there's another handkerchief under it to give it a little more stability, just because it was really thin. So it's really just layering, like there's a handkerchief, there's the cutout, then there's the appliques, there's a little bit of lace, and again, the splashes of bleach. This one is also a denim shirt that I got for $1 that I cut up. It's kind of doesn't want to quite hang right on here because it's an apron. So all I did was I cut the front off of the shirt and you know, took the sleeves off and took the collar off, and I added some trim there and added a couple of appliques. Here are some napkins. So I just put these napkins on to make little pockets and appliqued a flower or two from the same sheet that I'm wearing here. Then on the back, I just used pieces of that sheet to make some ties. And I did make the neck part adjustable, so the part that goes around your neck you can take off and on easily. I used the button placket that I cut off of a shirt that I thrifted. So I paid like $1 for this shirt. I thought the buttons were really cute, so when I cut it apart, I just cut the placket off of it and kept the button part and the buttonhole part. And so I just sewed that to the top, and then you can just adjust which button you want to have it on. So I think this is probably going to my daughter as well. So I have several projects coming up. I really want to make a Halloween shirt. This one is, I think I paid $2, maybe $3 at the most for this. This is a 1980s Bobby Brooks shirt. So some of you, I'm dating myself, some of you might remember Bobby Brooks. I wore Bobby Brooks stuff in high school. It was like the thing, right? Had Bobby Brooks slacks, like just like in Jack and Diane. And so I love the big buttons and I love the puffy sleeves. I've already cut out the shoulder pads that kind of made it come out to here. So this is going to become a Halloween shirt. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'm thinking it needs maybe some lace, or maybe a ghost shape out of lace, maybe something, a witch or something on the back. I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to dig through my stash and see what I have. But that's next up for Halloween. I have a couple of Christmas projects. I showed you this shirt, I think, in the thrift haul as well. It's just plaid, and I have already sprayed it, you know, just kind of thrown some bleach at it. Usually what I do is I just put it on my countertop, and I just put on a pair of gloves or a glove, put a little bit of bleach in a dish and just kind of flick it until there's quite a bit of it and it starts changing color. Then I rinse it out in the sink and I put it through the wash. So when I bleach things, I bleach them all at once. I do like 4, 5, 6 things at a time. So I did all of the jeans and shirts at once. So this is going to become a Christmas shirt. It's actually an Old Navy shirt, and I've got some Christmas applique things and some needlework things that I bought that I thrifted. I thrifted one that's a cross-stitch Santa Claus that's probably going to go on the back. I'm not really sure what else, but this is going to get lace and ribbon and Christmas kind of stuff. These are also going to be Christmas. I got these while we were on vacation. These were brand new in the package. I have washed them, but then I folded them back up so they need to be pressed. These were brand new in the package. I paid $3 a piece for these at a Goodwill, and there are 3 of them. So these are going to be decorated and become gifts for Christmas. Then I have a denim dress that I thrifted for, gosh, $4, I think, 4 or 5, maybe not more than 5. I know I didn't pay more than 5 for it. So I have this denim dress that is a little oversized. I bought it because it buttons down the front, and I went ahead and of course and did the bleach on it. This is going to become a duster. So T. Myers has multiple videos on turning dresses into dusters, and she has some fabulous fabric. Hers look really heavy, and it's not that cold here, even though we're moving to Kentucky next year, so it will be cooler there, but still I don't think I want this to be too heavy, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna head more towards lace and lighter weight cotton as opposed to some of the heavier fabrics that she used. I really love this dress. It's got pockets and everything, so I think it's just gonna make a fabulous duster. And then the last thing I have is this jacket that I also thrifted. It's from Old Navy, but I only paid, I think, $4 or $5 for this as well. And it's a super cute white denim jacket. And so my thought with this is I'm gonna cut out some of the panels and put lace in. So that's gonna be lace there. And then I think I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm just gonna follow the seams, cut it out, and then sew some lace in. And then I think I'm going to do some appliques on the sleeves and maybe add lace around the cuff as well. So that's the plan for that, and that's for next spring because it's white, although here in the Valley of the Sun it's never so cold you couldn't really wear white and, you know, be right in style. So that's just kind of a quick overview of some of the stuff that I have thrifted and upcycled. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Leave me a comment below, you know, what have you upcycled? Do you sew? Do you buy things thrifted and then do things to them? You know, let me know what you think about this idea and what kinds of things you make. I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, remember, use what you have or what you can thrift to make your life better. Bye.